isahan na lang.
Okay. Para may masabi naman ako. No? Okay. Kami,
Ano po ang mensahe ng kampo ninyo sa kampo po naman ng mga Dasera?
well, we condole with the mother, the parents of Christine Dasera. But that does not, I could not imagine losing a daughter. I'm also a mother of 4 girls. I could not imagine losing a daughter. But it does not give you the license to blame others, innocent persons, to put the blame of what is clearly a natural death. Yun, unfair. Kasi na-observe ko, unfair. They are always making these accusations na conspire daw ang mga yung PNP. Nakikipag-conspire kami sa medico-legal. But it's not true. Wala naman silang ebidensya na ganon. Puro speculations, puro surmises. Parang guesses lang. So, nandyan na yung result. Sana maintindihan nila na yun yung totoo. Wala kaming walang part yung respondents sa nangyaring prior embalming. Diba? Sa kanila yun, they were just following protocols. Pero na-explain ni attorney na hindi talaga nag-follow ng protocol. At sana mag-stop na sila ng mga accusations. Ay, yung protocol.
Basahin mo. Ito mga chinek. Yan ang manual ito.
Kasi,
Assuming
just to,
was invalid.
so we're looking at,
Manual yan, ha?
ganito po we're looking at, the manual, ito po PNP Investigators Handbook for New Normal. Ang date niya, or the year it was published, sometime 2020. So, just to give context din, no, bakit inimbalsa mo bago in-autopsy. Nakalagay kasi dito, malinaw naman, page 26 of the manual. Okay. Una, meron kasing medyo yung mga tao na involved dito, nakakaawa din katulad yung mga kapulisan nating iba na mga mabababang ranggo, natanggal sa pwesto or sa kanilang mga assignment, di ba? Sabi niya, special SOCO procedures in cases where the evidence gathered needs special processing due to significant or sensational cases, the specialist from the crime laboratory shall be requested. Yung qualifying word dyan, due to significant or sensational cases. I'm part of this case from day 1, January 1. Napakatahimik ng Makati City Police Station on the afternoon up to the evening of January 1. But then again, kasi sabi, pumunta daw ang investigador sa hotel at nag-imbestiga at nag-gather ng mga ebidensya. Which is his duty, di ba? Trabaho ng investigador yun. Nung nakita niya na, at after that, kinordon off niya, sinil niya. Di ba? The following day, nag-request siya ng SOCO. Di ba? Para dun sa scene of the crime investigation or examination. Now, anong significant niyan? Nakalagay doon, di ba? You only invite SOCO for significant or sensational cases. Etong kaso na to, nung January 1 na nag-start, hindi naman to significant nor sensational eh. Di ba? The only time it became sensational, nung na ng news sa Facebook muna and eventually sa mainstream media. Kailan yan? The first time I heard of it na nasa news na, late evening of January 3. And then early morning ng morning ng January 4, yun na yung inquest. Emil, nandun ka, di ba? How many media outlets were there? Ha? Dalawa lang kayo. Di ba? So it's not even sensational at that time. And yet, the investigator on case deemed it prudent to invite SOCO, to involve SOCO in the investigation. Now, I'm not a police officer, but we have read the manual of the investigators. Hindi automatic na kailangan mong magpatawag ng SOCO. Kasi otherwise, lahat na lang nakita mo na namatay dyan, tatawagan mo ng SOCO, you will be wasting the resources of your office. Di ba? So we have to be, that has to be clarified. Now, sabi dito, how about yung autopsy on the body, no? Sabi dito, eto pa. Na page 25. May question dito kasi parang question and answer to, di ba? Is there an obvious absence of violent death indicators? So if the background is no SOCO shall be conducted. This shall be with the concurrence of the IOC, which is the investigator on case, and the nearest kin, and documented by a certification cancelled SOCO. Next, autopsy procedure may be waived and a post-mortem certificate may be issued in its place. However, if the family and or the IOC decides to pursue the procedure, the cadaver shall be embalmed first, and the conduct of the autopsy shall be done after 5 hours. Remember, this is the manual for the handbook for investigation or investigators. No? Sino nag-insist sa autopsy? The parents. True, the cousin, si Catherine. Diba? She was there. I told you she was, I didn't see her on January 1, but I know because she was talking on the phone with some of the persons inside the police station. Okay? Next. Number 5. Autopsy shall be conducted 5 hours after the embalming. And then the contamination of the team members and the SOCO vehicle shall follow. You know, this is very significant in light of the accusations and the charges that were filed against Dr. Nick Sarmiento, no? So the guy was merely following procedure, di ba? In writing yung procedure, di ba? You cannot dilly-dally with it because it's written in stone sana, no? It's in writing, no? Now, wala daw consent for the cadaver to be brought to the funeral. Let me read you. Ha? Ikaw na, Abi. Gusto mo? Ikaw naman, para babae. Ha? Para babae.
Yung sinasabi nilang no consent,
Bible.
this is the affidavit of Catherine Ann Facelo E. De Serra. She is the cousin of Christy De Serra and the niece of Nestor De Serra. So in this affidavit, this is sworn statement of Catherine Ann Facelo. In paragraph 8, she says, in her statement, from the police station, I went back to the Makati Medical Center Hospital to receive the documents and retrieve the body of Christine for proper autopsy as directed and authorized by my uncle, Nestor, and Auntie Sharon, while they made arrangements to proceed immediately to Manila.
Next.
So it was with the
It was
consent.
with the consent. She was authorized.
Next yung number 9.
Next.
Then, thereafter, I brought my cousin Christine's body to the Rizal Funeral Home, Pasay City, for proper autopsy and burial arrangements. Upon arrival at the funeral home, I was met by Captain Lopez.
Corporal.
This is
Corporal
the
Lopez.
the investigator on
Corporal Lopez.
Corporal Lopez, the investigator on case. Police Senior Master Sergeant Jason David and Police Senior Sergeant
Staff Sergeant.
Robert Baligod of the Makati City PNP, who in the presence of the undersigned conducted the cursory ocular and physical examination of Christine's body for external injuries. That's it. So, in fact, it was with the consent. If she consented with the autopsy, then it follows that she consented with the embalming, in accordance with the handbook for investigator during new normal. Okay.
In fairness to Sarmiento, there can be no autopsy conducted without the
Without
consent
the consent.
of the proper party. They cannot do that.
Just to reiterate, no,
Yun ang explanation.
no autopsy can be conducted without authorization from the nearest of kin of the deceased. Okay?
So, mali yung sinasabi nila, ha? Yan.
Okay.
Clear. nakikinig dun eh. Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry po.
Tawa na
No.
kayo.
So ano pa rin po kami, pero... So, I just wanted to point out that from the very start, when we were there in the hotel with the investigators to the police station, the investigators were already saying there was no foul play. It was only the camp, even when the camp of Sharon de Serra came to the police station, the investigator told them there was no foul play. However, their camp or a representative thought otherwise. That's why the next day, even the medical legal told them there was no foul play, and yet they still didn't want to listen. Oh, and the police. Yeah, I said the investigator. It was Corporal Lopez.
Was
That they never.
actually, may reference kayo niyan, if you like. Nasa interview yan ni Boy Abu that they admitted it there. So, panoorin niyo siya.
Yeah.
Nandun
So
talaga, sinabi
they've
ni
been
Marichi Ramos
they've been insisting this from the very start
na may power.
that there is foul play. So I don't know who's covering up something, but they're the ones who've been trying to push the idea of rape from the very start.
Wait, pwede isa lang. Ano lang epekto sa inyo, Krista? Isang sulit ko si Valentine. Parang naman meron dito sa Krista. Panawagan lang.
I'm sorry, we've already talked and they are emotionally drained. Valentine, do you wanna?
Teka, sandali lang, boss. Mic mo. Nahulog. Nahulog yung mic mo. Sige, Valentine, go.
Ako po, sobrang sakit po sa puso ko kasi yung nangyari to sa akin, sa kapalpakan ng justice system dito sa Philippines, ang nagsasuffer sa mga kapalpakan nila, kami, na proven na innocent, nagparty lang kami kasama yung kaibigan namin, tas kami may marami ng issue na bato sa amin, nabash na kami, yung safety namin, yung lahat, ang daming damages na nangyari sa buhay namin. Ako, nung umamin ako sa family ko regarding my gender or my sexuality and everything else, hindi nila alam yung mga pinagdadaanan ko. Tinaboy ako ng papa ko. Hindi niya ako tinanggap. Inampon ako nila Gigo at nila Tita Claire. Sa kanila ako tumira for 2 weeks. Tapos yung tita ko, siya na lang po yung umampon sa akin. Siya na po yung nag-alaga sa akin. Sabi niya, doon na lang po ako sa bahay niya. Ang hirap po, ang dami pong nangyari. Yung mga kaibigan ko, yung mga taong kasama ko, na bansagan ako ng rapist, which is hindi naman ako ganun. Na itong incident na to, ang daming naging epekto sa buhay, hindi lang buhay ko, pero buhay ng mga kasama ko at mga kaibigan ko. Kaya sobrang sakit po talaga sa puso na mga ginagawa nilang ganito sa amin. Hindi ko alam paano nila mababalik yung mga nasira nila, parang platong nabasag. Pwede ka mag-sorry, pero hindi mo na siya mabubuo ulit. Basag na siya.
Sir Valentine, briefly lang, I believe you are also selling merchandise now, no?
Yeah, sa Fund the Truth, kasi po, nahihiya na po kami mag-ask for donations. Now, this is for, we're selling shirts for a cause. Para at least, in behalf of their money, may nakukuha rin silang merchandise for us na parang it will represent our freedom or their help. May makukuha sila by helping us. Not only kumukuha kami ng pera or donation, may kapalit naman, may shirt na pwede silang suotin.
Sorry, he really, sorry, guys, he really doesn't want to. Hindi nila kaya. You already spoke earlier and we're just exhausted. Thank you.
Ito na talaga, chair.